Hello and welcome back for another cube draft. We have quite an interesting pack, a couple of cards that are nice. I like Lion's Eye Diamond, although that really puts me into Storm. Don't necessarily want to commit early. There is a Mind's Desire too, Noble Hierarch, Craterhoof, Tropical, but there's also Strip Mine. And I always, whenever I see a Strip Mine, just want to draft the Strip Mine deck and just destroy all my opponent's lands again. And it's also just great in an aggressive deck, but you can draft around this. I've done it a couple times before and I'll try it again. What is there here? There's Shelldock Isle, which is a good card. Not necessarily going super well with the Strip Mine plan. There's High Tide, which I've learned to start appreciating and build with. I could go down that route. Take a mono red card. I think I'm going to take Shelldock Isle. I just like taking lands. I'm not sure what it is with lands in me, but I'll take Shelldock Isle. Now what? Vampiric Tutor. Tutor is a strong one. Otherwise, there's like Taiga, Brainstorm is whatever without fetches. Sakura I do like. But I think I'm going to take the Vamp. A Library is still in this pack. Wow. Library is one of those cards that seems to consistently be underrated. Dark Ritual. We did see Animate Dead, and I like the black reanimator decks. I think I'm just going to take the Library though. That card's just insanely powerful. Has a high ceiling. And the floor is not even that bad. It's just a colorless land. Toxic Deluge, I like. I think I'm just going to take the Deluge. It's just a flexible card. Good removal. Early wipe, yeah. Now what? Dreadheart Arcanist. Oh, Crucible. I mean, Crucible Strip Mine. It's part of the dream. So let's take the Crucible. And then Blast Zone, Regrowth, Collective Brutality. I would like a Regrowth to go with the Strip Mine plan, and usually your Strip Mine deck will be playing green. But if I don't end up in Strip Mine deck, then I think I'd rather have a Collective Brutality, which I think is a fine card. It's not amazing, but it does a lot of things, even though it does all of those things inefficiently, but still pretty good. Take a Bird, a Putrid Imp, or like a Heartless Act. If I knew Animate Dead was wheeling, I'd take Putrid Imp, but I can't really rely on that happening. Otherwise, I'm taking Birds, because it's not that likely that we're ending up with Birds, so I'll take the Imp after all. Ooh, Lion's Eye Diamond is still here. Noble Hierarch as well. I think Nobles is really powerful, and people are underestimating that card, I guess. Chupacabra's fine. I'll take the Noble, though. Not really in green. Ooh, Animate Dead still here. Never mind then. I think I'm just going to go for a black deck. Sort of sad that he didn't pick up that Dark Ritual. Take Damnation here. And then we could have maybe been like mono black Reanimator. Yeah, maybe we'll just be like a black-green rock deck. And then Animate Dead can also fit in. Oh wow, Dark Ritual's still here even. What are people taking? Oh, I'll take a Dark Ritual, no problem. So yeah, I guess Bazaar of Baghdad sort of fits into this deck. Could take the Elf too, but if I'm like mono black, I'd rather have the Bazaar. And I wouldn't mind being mono black. I'm not married to Shelldock Isle. Una's Prowler fits in perfectly as well. Okay, Makeshift Mannequin. Don't really want to play that, but I will if I have to. Now I'm looking for fatties. Ooh, Soul Ring and a Griselbrand. Oh my. I mean, Griselbrand is just a single best target to reanimate, but Soul Ring is just so powerful. Even in a deck like mine, which likely doesn't have an abundance of use for colorless mana, I still think I gotta take it here. There's a chance that Griselbrand wheels. People have not been taking reanimation cards, so this is generally a card you want to reanimate or do some other nonsense with. I'm gonna take the Soul Ring, but I could be convinced that that's actually incorrect and I should be going for the Griselbrand just because this is such a good reanimation target. I really want to see Entomb. That would be ideal. I could take Prismatic Vista, Rotting Regisar, Ashiok, or like Mystical Tutor. Ashiok is good. I think I'm going to take Prismatic Vista. If I do end up splashing a second color, which wouldn't be unreasonable, I think Vista is going to be pretty important. And the Regisar, which I do like, is probably going to come back. Inquisition. I love Inquisition and Thoughtseize in Cube. Like with counterspells, there's a couple that are reasonable. There's multiple 2-mana counterspells. Not all of them that good, but this card, there's only a couple options really. There's Inquisition, there's Thoughtseize, there's Duress, and there's like the 2-mana discards. But yeah, there's not too many of these, so I'll take an Inquisition. Recurring Nightmare, Dark Petition, Elishnorn. Don't have a ton of creatures yet. Elishnorn is okay. Usually wheels. I think I'll take the Recurring Nightmare. Do want to take out this Noble Hierarch. Recurring Nightmare is okay with the Prowler, the Imp. Yeah, I don't hate it. Let's move the Crucible and the Strip Mine, Damnation, and Makeshift Mannequin are not necessarily cards I want to play with. Sherlock Isle. Not much here, to be honest. I think I'll just take Hero's Downfall. It's not a great card. Could also take the Ready. Maybe the Ready's better if I end up with like Faithless Looting. Yeah, Hero's Downfall is just so medium. I'd rather have the potential for the Ready. Ooh, Chrome Mox or Night's Whisper. Through the Breach, also nice, but I don't really have a reason to be in red yet. It's Night's Whisper or Chrome Mox. I think I have some fast mana already, so I'll take the Night's Whisper. If I had Griselbrand and I knew for sure that I was going to get it, I might have taken the Chrome Mox, just because then when you reanimate Griselbrand, the thing you usually need most is mana, and Chrome Mox provides. Here we'll take Exhume. Happy with that. Haven't been seeing too much reanimation. Shallow Grave, okay. Now I do need some Boom Booms, and the one I really hope to see in this pack, or maybe the next, I'm not sure, is Griseldaddy. Sometimes I end up with these reanimation decks without proper fatties, and you end up just reanimating something very medium that your opponent can still easily beat. I would like to avoid that. It always feels so sad when you have the perfect reanimation deck. Not that we're anywhere near the perfect reanimator deck, but just one that's very good, and then you just don't have the targets to actually kill your opponent. But we got Griselbrand back, so I'm happy, and I'm all in and committed to this plan now. If I wasn't already, Regisar I think is fine. This card just beats people as well. Just turn one Regisar. I had that happen to me a couple games ago where my opponent just turned one Regisar. I couldn't block it, couldn't kill it, and it just took 3 turns and I was dead. Aghanim's Awakening is unlikely. I'll take a Lava Claw to potentially splash the Ready. Not that I think we want to, but maybe. Dark Petition is medium, but Elishnorn is fine. What else we want? I think the biggest card that I want is Entomb and like Necromancy or just Reanimate. Oh, Hero's Downfall still here, so we're missing Sacred Foundry and Yawgmoth. Let's start moving some stuff. Oh wow, I was gonna say start moving some stuff to the sideboard. Mox Ruby, Mox Jet, and a Badlands. Well, we have no reason to be red yet, so aside from the Ready. And Mox Jet is perfect for our deck, so let's take it. Wouldn't mind getting back a Duress, but we'll see. I'm not going to complain about getting the on-color Mox here. The Strip Mine plan I'm not in love with. And these can probably also go. Oh, and we're getting an off-color Mox. I mean, I'll take it. I do need some more ways to discard fatties, maybe? Or, no, I guess I'm okay on ways to discard. Sheldred or Liliana? I think I'm going to take the Liliana. Sheldred is fine, but it's one of those creatures that you need to reanimate, then it needs to stay in play, and then it will be insane. But usually any threat that stays in play is going to be insane, and then this still needs cards to be in your graveyard, and I think Liliana is just a fine card. You can ramp it out early, and then if your super fast reanimation draws don't happen, you have Liliana as a slower way and a way to gain value as well. So I'm happy, still looking for that Entomb. Blight still doesn't work. I guess we take Phyrexian Rager. Don't really want to play that, but maybe. Come on, I want Reanimate and I want Entomb. Those are the cards we want. And maybe some other fatties, actually. I'd like to have 3 or 4. Ideally 3 that are like premium ones, and then a 4th can be Shallow Grave, maybe not the best right now. Ooh, Tinker. But there's Ashen Rider, which is an okay fatty. Yeah, I'll take an Ashen Rider. If you can do this quickly, it's pretty busted. So Ashen Rider it is. I would also not mind a card like Grave Titan, which is sort of reasonable to cast. Like all of the other cards that we have right now are just not reasonable cards to cast. So having one that you can also just cast is pretty good. But Thoughtseize here. I mentioned Inquisition being great. Having Thoughtseize in your deck, also great. It's also a discard outlet if you really want to. Oh wow, Liliana too. Wouldn't mind this Sphinx, but I think Liliana is just going to be great as well. I think I want the Sling Gang Lieutenant. I have Recurring Nightmare, and this card has won me some aggro matchups, but just porting this in. Not getting Entomb, which is always a little bit sad, but just because that's so good in reanimation. We are getting back to Duress, so we have a nice Disruptive Suite. And I only have Exhume and Enemy Dead, which is also not great. I have Shallow Grave, but not ideally how I want to do things. Ooh, Iona. That is a premium one. And then Sheldred too. I guess I will play it. Alright. A little bit light on actual reanimation cards, but we could still make this work, I think. I mean, we have Recurring Nightmare, Liliana. Not sure about Shallow Grave. Pretty decent with Griselbrand. It's kind of okay with Ashen Rider, as well as Elishnorn. Take Oust. Not sure if this is really a library deck. I think I want my colored mana more. And this Vista, I probably don't need. Bazaar is not actually a land. Ooh, Ramanap for our strip mine plan that never came to fruition. That's okay though. That's okay. I'm quite happy with this deck. It's not perfect, but it's looking good. I think we just add 14 lands and then we're done. I don't need too many lands in this deck, to be honest. Is there anything I want to play out of the sideboard? The one card I'm not sure about is Shallow Grave, but getting Griselbrand is pretty sweet, so I think that is what makes this worth it for me. Moto is suggesting I add planes to the deck because we have Iona and Elishnorn. Be very surprised if I ever get to cast those. So it's between Hero's Downfall and Shallow Grave. I think I'm going to go with Shallow Grave. I might change it later, but let's just start out trying to go at least a little bit for broke. We'll see. I do like this deck though. Round 1, this hand is not good. Let's mull. We need one land. If we find it, we have a turn 2 Elishnorn, which may or may not be good. I do think I want to keep and then probably put back the Collective Brutality. I think so. Okay. Planesgiver runes. That likely means that Elishnorn would be decent here. Griselbrand. Griselbrand's likely better. I'm going to go for the Putrid Imp, and then we'll see what our opponent does next turn. And of course, if we even draw a land or a mana source. Plains. Mox Sapphire. What is this? Silverblade Paladin. Whew. Alright. We are getting some beatdowns. Or not. No, they decide to attack. Probably worried about our reanimation plan. We are under a real clock now. Huh, no. Iona is not what we wanted to draw. Let's duress, see if there's anything we need to worry about. No, Mother of Runes and a bunch of lands. So if we can resolve or reanimate Elishnorn, I think we should be okay. Just pass then. But I'm getting beat for 6 this turn. Yeah, so we're just going to get beat for 6 a bunch. Yep. And hopefully they don't draw like Containment Priest or something like that. Oh, Usher of the Fallen. Oh, there's the land. Perfect. So let's discard Elishnorn first, I guess. And then just exhume. It's going to kill all their guys. Yep. Get back Elishnorn. Their guys are dead. Next turn I get to reanimate Iona. Just to lock up the game. Let's see it. Man, they concede. Nice. Alright, alright, alright. I think Damnation is going to be fine here. Shallow Grave, maybe not so much. Duress could easily miss. Hero's Downfall, slow, but not bad. Sling Gang Lieutenant. Don't hate that one either. I think I'll stay away from the Lieutenant for now and just board the extra removal and see how that goes. Well, there's a bunch of removal in this hand. I have a discard outlet, no way to reanimate anything. I think I'm just going to keep this on the power of Damnation in a matchup like this, but this could easily go wrong. Githian is not what I wanted to see. Ooh, Toxic Deluge, that is nice. So we'll have some ways to keep them off our backs for a while, and then hopefully we find something to actually reanimate. I wanted to say one of the worries that I have with a hand like this is a Planeswalker, and they have exactly that. Off a Mox even. Griselbrand. Let's just kill their Kithian and look at their hand just to make sure there's like no path or something like that. Discard Griselbrand. At least we've gotten that out of the way. Discarding Lingering Souls. And they have a Giver of Runes and a Scrubland. So they'll play Giver of Runes, Scrubland. Then I don't have infinite time. I'm probably just going to, if I don't draw a reanimation spell, I'm going to Damnation this board away. Kithian will still be around, or Gideon. And Gideon is going to be able to exile something as well. So even if we reanimate, they probably just minus the Gideon. Adonto Vanguard. I could just reanimate. I think I will just exhume the Griselbrand. I don't think I'll be dead to this, so I can pay 7 life. Oh, they got back their Kithian, but that's okay. Land, Mox, Toxic Deluge for 1. It's going to kill all their guys, including the Vanguard. They can kill my Griselbrand with their Gideon. Yeah, this looks pretty decent. Discard Ashen Rider, conveniently in the graveyard. Yep, they exile my Griselbrand. That's fine, it's done its job, I think. Giver Runes, sure. Recurring Nightmare. Do I want to Thoughtseize them? I mean, if they have some sort of containment priest, that would be bad. No, they just have a land. So let's play Liliana then and use it to return the Ashen Rider, take out the Giver, and we are doing all right. I mean, we are on 4 and we don't have ways to gain life, I don't think. Besides Griselbrand, which is now exiled. Played the Plains. Let's plus the Lily, play a land. Oh, we found Elishnorn. Do like that. Una's Prowler, play the Recurring Nightmare, reanimate Elishnorn, sacking the Prowler, and beat in for 7. Pretty good. Next turn they're just dead. Yep. All right. That was round 1. I think it was worked out pretty well. Let's see if the other rounds will go just as well. Second round, we have a bunch of disruption. Missing a fatty as well as a reanimation spell. That's why Entomb would be so great for this deck. And it is great in Reanimator, because imagine this hand being a Putrid Imp. Then we're just a reanimation spell away from ready to go. And I would probably keep it. As is, there's too much that needs to go right, even though I can disrupt my opponent a little bit. But I think I got him all this. This I will keep. And then I think put back the Ashen Rider. Iona is more likely to just win a game straight up. Although Ashen Rider is not bad. But I think I prefer Iona over Ashen Rider. Oh, Mountain. Well, Iona is pretty good against the red deck if you can get it down in time. Sad that we had to mulligan, otherwise maybe I could go like discard, although that's usually too slow. Go Soul Ring and pass. Just need to find the discard outlet, really. Shadow Skull Smashing and level up the figure. But they gotta have another sort of spell, otherwise they would not have played their Shadow Skull Smashing untapped. Liliana. I think I'm just going to make them discard, or make both of us discard. I want this Iona in the graveyard. And if I make minus and then they kill my Lily, I have no discard outlet. And this Iona needs to wait. Yeah, so they have some sort of burn spell. Burst Lightning Lily. Sure, that's fine. Discard Iona. Iona should be lights out if we get to resolve it early enough. They discarded Fire Blast. They don't have a second mountain. Oh, Island. Island is a little bit more annoying because that means the potential for counter spells. Yeah, they kill Lily, play a land. If I animate dead, I can pay for Mana Leak. I'm just going to go for it. If they have a counter spell, they have a counter spell. No, it looks like no. And then just name blue. I think I'm more likely to be beaten by blue cards than by red cards at this point with a 6/7 in play. Drawing only lands, not ideal. Level up the figure. Yep, it's going to be a while before that can tangle with Iona. Oh man, more lands. If I attack for 6, they don't go down to 11. I got down to 12, so I think I do want to try and get this game over with and just start attacking. It's a little bit scary against the burn deck, and in that scenario, maybe I'm better off just naming red. Yeah, they attack for 4, I got down to 12. Duress. Well, let's see what's going on over there. Yeah, they bolt me, Impulse, and then they have a Pestermite. And that's it. So let's go attacking again. They're dead next turn. You need to draw a pretty unlikely combination of cards, I think, to be able to kill me, but we'll find out. I'm not going to play Thoughtseize. I think that's a way that I could potentially still lose this game. Thoughtseize, have them have like a lightning strike. All right, we got there. Nice, nice. Ha, they drew Fire Ice. Funny. Okay, so they're likely some sort of twin list then. That's what I'm expecting at least. And then cut the Shallow Grave again. Maybe Makeshift Mannequin is not... No, the creature is very easily killed at that point. But it is nice that it's an instant speed reanimation spell. No, I'll just put in the Hero's Downfall and have that be it. This seems pretty poor. This I do like. Keep, and then I think I'll put back a Swamp. Bazaar is a little bit awkward and all in, but it's not a bad one. I don't want to vamp before I know what I'm vamping for, if I need a threat or a reanimation spell. Thoughtseize them. Ancient Grudge, Goblin Rabblemaster, Rampaging Ferocidon. Not super concerned by any of these, really. Ferocidon is annoying because it stops life gain, but that's about it. I'll take the Rabblemaster. That's just the quickest clock. I don't have a reanimation target that makes like a bunch of tokens. Yeah, so they just play land, nothing. Now I can play Putrid Imp, and then I could just vamp for Dark Ritual out Liliana next turn. That doesn't seem awful, to be honest. Yeah, there's the Wooded. I'm gonna fetch. Yep, Steam Vents, and there's the Ferocidon. The Menace on the Ferocidon is annoying. No, let's just vamp. I think I'm just going to go for the Lily. They can start attacking my Lily, which is not the best, but we'll see. So play this land, Dark Ritual, play Lily, mill, make a zombie. I do lose life, and then I think I keep these back to just block their Ferocidon. If they make the attack, I will block, and then just try and ride this Lily to victory. Goblin Guide. Let's see what the guide reveals. A swamp, nice. We'll just double block. This way Lily is still able to reanimate something next turn. If I were to like rip a Griselbrand or something like that. Exhume. Well, let's make a zombie and mill. Mox Pearl. Play the Bazaar. Draw. Alright. Griselbrand. Discard these. If I exhume, they get back to Ferocidon. I think that's fine. My Griselbrand won't be able to gain life yet, but it's a pretty hard card to beat for them, I think. Yeah, I lose a life. That's fine. I mean, what are they going to do now? They can't really attack. No. Recurring Nightmare. Do I just mill? Or do I pay 7? I think I just pay 7. No Guts, no Glory. If we find a removal spell for this Ferocidon, it's going to be great too. Well, we didn't, but we can draw 2 cards. Discard Iona and a swamp and another swamp. And then return the Iona. Oh, they have a Pestermite. Annoying. Tap my Griselbrand. I'm gonna name red at this point. Gonna lose another life. And then play this Mox. Probably just play the Soul Ring also. And then play the Recurring Nightmare. Do I want to sack the Griselbrand? That seems a little bit much, maybe. Oh no, wait. I do want to do that. I'll just sack the Griselbrand to get back to Putrid Imp. Oh no, I'm losing a bunch of life this way. Ooh, that may be not the best idea. I'm forgetting about the life loss on the Ferocidon. I was gonna say I can Recurring Nightmare back the Griselbrand. I think I have to because this can't block, but this is gonna cost me another 2 life. It will mean that I have another blocker, but it's becoming a little bit precarious. They can't twin me, which is nice. They're not attacking, okay. Una's Prowler. Let's just Bazaar. Toxic Deluge. Discard Night's Whisper, Swamp, and the Prowler? Yeah, I think so. Then let's Duress them. Ancient Grudge, Kiki Jiki, Seasoned Pyromancer, Zealous Conscripts. Okay. Then let's Toxic Deluge for 3. I'll go to 1, but then I gain back some life with the Griselbrand, and that should be enough. Yeah, all our guys die. We're at 1, but we'll be fine. Gaining back up to 5. And then let's mill, make some zombies. Oh, Ashen Rider, play Recurring Nightmare. Sack a zombie to get back the Ashen Rider. Exile their only blue Manosaurus. I think we're on to the finals pretty soon here. Yup, alright. Some premium reanimation targets getting the job done. On to the finals. Final round. Let's see it. Interesting hand, I will keep. Missing the reanimation spell. I could potentially go like turn 1 discard, but I don't think I want to do that. Let's just play the Soul Ring. Next turn I'll Night's Whisper, hopefully find a discard outlet, and we also need a reanimation target or a reanimation spell, but this Night's Whisper just has to do some work. Shallow Grave, I don't hate it. Opponent is on black-red. Ooh, Regisaur. I mean, I'll just Dark Ritual out the Regisaur, I think, and then hope that this is going to be good. I haven't killed it yet, which is a big plus. They have a Regisaur of their own. Okay. Discard Griselbrand. I mean, that's the card we most want to Shallow Grave here. So let's go and do that. Pay 7. Alright. Mox Pearl, Mox Jet, play a Swamp, and I think I'm just going to pay 7 again. I'm looking for another way to reanimate something and do more stuff. Found Your Rest and a Thoughtseize. I think I collect Brutality with all 3 modes. It doesn't really matter. Discard Iona, Elishnorn. If Ashen Rider, Dragonlord, Atarka, Elishnorn, and a Necromancy. So I just need to get rid of that Necromancy. And then I'm in pretty decent shape. Yeah, take the Necromancy. Don't want to play Una's Prowler. Then I give them a discard outlet for free. I want to keep my Regisaur back to block theirs. And yeah, I'll just swing with only the Griselbrand. I think I'll just pay 7 again. Yeah, I was going to say, there's a super high chance that we find something here. And then Iona naming black, I think. There can't be too much more that they can do then. Just pass, discard a bunch of lands. Ashen Rider, Una's Prowler, Thoughtseize can probably go. Yep, Now, next turn I can just Liliana, make them sack their guy, and then kill them. Although they're going to attack and force me to block, so that's fine too. I really don't know what they could do here. Some sort of sneak attack is their best bet, but they're pretty far off of doing that. Iona's got them pretty limited in their options. Oh, they decided not to attack. I will discard Toxic Deluge, play a Swamp, just have a look-see. Don't think there's anything new. No, just lands and some nonsense. Lily, you sack a Gry, and they concede. Alright, so far so good. I don't think we've lost a game with this deck yet. I want Hero's Downfall. What do I not want? I think Shallow Grave is actually pretty good here. Maybe I just do not want the Hero's Downfall. Or no, I don't want, where is it? Una's Prowler. Don't want to give them a free discard outlet. That seems pretty poor. So let's do without the Prowler and see how this goes. So far our games have been going pretty fast. We have the Shallow Grave, which is nice. Not much in the way of action otherwise. Have an Inquisition to stop them a little bit. I think I'll keep this, but this could easily just be a mulligan. I don't know. The fact that we have so much quick mana acceleration makes me want to keep this because the potential for like a Lily is there. More swamps, not great. Let's Inquisition, see what's going on over there. Collective Brutality, Corpse Dance, Shallow Grave, Through the Breach, Gaunty, and a Mountain. Thinking one of these doesn't really help me much, so I'll take the Brutality. Yeah, and then play this Mox Jet and a Soul Ring and just pass. Now I have no discard outlet and honestly not that much going on. Neither do we. More swamps, that's not what we need. I actually wouldn't mind drawing Bazaar of Baghdad here. Null Priest of Oblivion, sure. Don't think that's going to be super relevant. Elish Norn. I can't hardcast it in this deck, but with Soul Ring, it would have been possible if not for the double white requirement. They're just beating me down. Taking my Shallow Grave. Oh man, more swamps, really? Come on, give me something else. I think I want to stop playing swamps maybe even. I can hardcast Griselbrand if I draw it. It's pretty wild. Toxic Deluge. I think I'll just keep it in hand, everything for now. Oh, Opposition Agent. I think now I will just Toxic Deluge for 2, just to stop the beats. Can't keep taking damage forever. Yeah, they played a Gaunty now as well. Alright, curious what they took here. We draw Iona. Really not the best of draws here. Let's kill everything. All that goes away. Let's play a Swamp now. Just need to find some proactivity off the top. Oh, Shallow Grave Gaunty. I actually kind of like that. I think that's smart. Get some extra card advantage. Beat us for 2. We're already down to 6. Yeah. Yep. Gaunty hits. Oh man, our draws have not been great. Just another fatty. Alright, I think we're going to lose this one. Our opponent also still has that Through the Breach in hand. They can get back the Opposition Agent. No, they decide not to. More swamps. Oh boy. Maybe Moto was right, and I should be playing Plains in my deck. Oh, Through the Breach. I imagine we're dead then. Yeah, Inferno Titan will kill me. Alright. Yeah, just didn't draw anything. Vamp, that would have gotten us something, but too little, too late. Any changes? Not really. Damnation is sort of tempting, but usually the damage is going to be done by then. So let's just run it back. Maybe that keep was just a little bit too greedy, but there's a lot of cards that you could potentially cast from the top. Maybe that's not actually true, but a Sheldra hardcast was also in the cards for us. Oh man, if I only had Entomb in my deck, then this would have been an easy keep. Now what? I can vamp for something. I guess I do keep. It's a loose keep, maybe. Probably. The reasoning behind the keep here is that if I draw a fatty, I know that I need to search for a discard outlet. If I draw a discard outlet, I know that I need to search for a fatty. So in a way, I have 2 of the 3 pieces that I need in hand, and one is very flexible. Opponent is mulliganing to 5. That I don't mind. I'm not just going to fire off the tutor. I'm only going to tutor when I know what I need to get. I can get Griselbrand here, but then if it turns out that Griselbrand is not what I need and I need a way to discard, okay, Bazaar of Baghdad, play a Swamp and then pass, and then next turn I can get a Griselbrand into play. They just play a land and nothing. So now I'm going to go tutor for, where is it? Big Daddy Griselbrand. Untap, draw, play Bazaar of Baghdad, draw, discard Griselbrand, Swamp, and animate dead the Griselbrand. Hopefully they don't have anything. Looks like no. I am going to pay the life. We do have Moxen and Dark Ritual in our deck. Mox Pearl is not the one we wanted. If I go further, what could happen that's bad? They could have like multiple burn spells. That's not very likely. I need to find exactly Mox Jet, and then I can go Jet, Pearl, Dark Ritual. I'll have 4 mana, then I can collect a Brutality. I'm still kind of stuck, so maybe it's better to just wait. Discard Iona and a Swamp. What else? Rotting Regisaur, Toxic Deluge. That could come in handy. Let's just discard another Swamp. See what our opponent can do. Nothing. Okay, I like nothing. We can beat nothing. Let's attack first, gain some life, make myself a little bit more comfortable, pay to 7. We would have gotten their last turn also. Play the Mox Jet, just Thoughtseize them. Mana Crypt, Grave Titan, Carp's Dance. Yeah, I'll take the Mana Crypt, then let's Dark Ritual. Don't know if I actually need the mana, but whatever. Discard this, this, and this, and then let's just exhume. Get back Iona. Name black. Maybe I should have named red because they could have like acceleration into the stupid Through the Breach, but we can stop that too. Just Recurring Nightmare, sack, get back Ashen Rider, and this. Oh, I was gonna say they scoop. No, just eat one of their lands and then they scoop. All right, easy trophy there. I was very surprised at how good this deck felt. Yeah, Mono Black Reanimators is a very good deck if you have the pieces, and I think we just barely had enough of everything to make this good. I'll be drafting more Cube. I'll also continue playing Penny Dreadful. I still have some Cube and even Supreme Cube in the archive, so I will release those at some point as well. For now, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you back for the next video. See you then.